So, listen. It's your boy Baki, back with another one. This one's a little rough, though. It's so rough. I had to put myself in a fucking time dimension portal thingy. I don't know what the fuck this is. But I don't know how else to convey my problems with this video game. This is the Avengers. This is my review of the Avengers. This is off the top of the brain. It doesn't even deserve a written script by me. Let's start with what I like about the game. It's better than the beta. I actually enjoy the destruction of the game. The Hulk destroys the fuck out of shit. The way that he tears things apart, you can literally rip up the ground. It's amazing. That's about all I enjoy with this game. No, you know what? There's a little bit more. The way that the characters play off of each other. It's fucking good. It's really good. It's good banter. The Avengers need it. The way that sometimes the game looks has some great cinematic comic shots that look really good. The way that MODOK's head grows. Whoo! That is one for sure. Each character feels like an individual character. Nobody feels like a carbon copy. So they all feel really good. Wish I could say the same for the enemies, but we're talking about good stuff. Good stuff. We have to stay on the good stuff. I like some of the costumes. I like the costumes. The gear is absolutely pointless. We're not talking good stuff. Damn. There's a lot of pressure here, man. I've never done one of these. I don't know where the fuck I am. Like, it's a little rough right now. It's a little rough. But that's about it. Every character feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? So let's talk about all of the problems with this game, minus the performance issues. That shit can get kicked in the way back. We don't even need to talk about that. Let's talk about the repetitiveness of this fucking game. Why is every single aim facility on all faces of the planet the exact fucking same? You get three different color shadings of varieties for the aim facilities. They all look the exact same. All chest loots look the same. It's just a very weird game when you think about it. I get it. They want it to be this weird like looter shooter, but the loot system is awful, especially getting up to the higher end levels. Right? You might as well not even use any of the resources you get from any of the story mode. You might as well save all that shit. Again, now, this is just some of the small, like, mechanical problems that I have with the game. Another big thing is, dude, the Hulk grabbing a rock out of the ground is the laziest shit you could ever do for a fucking video game I've ever seen in my life. Here's what they should have did with the Hulk. You make him be able to grab anything, not just enemies. There's barrels and shit on the ground. There's fucking forklifts. How fun would it be to grab all of these big ass items and slam fucking enemies with it? But no, the only option you get is a rock, a fucking another rock, an enemy, or two enemies. Why can't I grab barrels and everything else around and throw that shit? There's a part in the game where you can hit those silos, those missile silos, and they fucking shoot off and all these rockets explode and shit. Why can't the Hulk use that? It makes no sense to me. Then what they should have did to even make it further is if you want the rock, when there's nothing around, you press that button and guess what? He'll grab the ground. Problem solved. To me, it speaks laziness. You want to talk laziness? Let's go right into the laziness. If you keep using the Model 1 Tony Stark with the fucking no face, his chin doesn't move. He's not even talking. They just assumed that you weren't going to use that shit anymore. He's not talking the rest of the time. He's literally psychopathically, he's using his telekinesis, his fucking magical powers. It's a joke. This game is a joke. It does absolutely everything wrong right now. It is literally No Man's Sky for a superhero game. It has all of the potential in the world. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun game. The mechanics of the gameplay is not what I'm knocking here. It's everything else surrounding it. The gameplay is fun. But the areas you go to, the fucking maps that you see, the fucking enemies you see, the bosses you fight, it's literally Taskmaster slapped in a 4-man. The same Taskmaster you fought. We're just beating the shit out of Taskmaster. 4 people. There's no strategy. Just pound his face. And he's just stronger because he has more hit for brutal or whatever extra difficulty you're going for. They just get more shield. That's not how you should be doing this game. To me, that's not justice for the Avengers. And then you want to get into the story of the Avengers? Let's get into the story of the Avengers. What happens at the Avengers? These motherfuckers test an unstable element to New York. Dude, the Avengers are that dumb? They paraded around and got everybody like, what the fuck? The chick was able to put her hand on the fucking, she's able to lean. Bro, I'm leaning on my wall. She's able to lean and touch the tube. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, you move forward, you move past that. Then what do you have? You got the Avengers broken up again. Damn, have we not seen that shit a million times? They talk about Batman's death. We're tired of seeing Bruce Wayne's parents die. Bro, the Avengers are fighting all the time. How many civil wars have there been? They done fought in Avengers. They fought in Civil War. They always fighting. Y'all couldn't come up with nothing new for that? Y'all couldn't come up with no new ideas. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. You got glitches galore. You got all types of issues with this game that could have used another 6 months in the oven. 6-7 months. And they know it. They know it. That's why we got a beta that was completely nothing like the game when it comes to terms of how it was actually doing shit. Because I tested the game better than anybody else. I promise you this. Nobody runs around games like I do. Everybody thinks they run around games. I literally run around and test everything. We were trying to break trees. We were trying to break you couldn't even break barrels in that shit. In this game, the destruction is actually on point. I'm telling you. That's the one thing that I like about this game is the destruction is on fucking point. For every character that you use, when you fucking destroy some shit around it is getting fucked up. That was my biggest gripe about the beta, and that's not even in the game. But that's not even a problem with the game. That and the combat is what I enjoy about the game. But it's not enough to pull you in when you're just fighting the same fucking aim enemies, aim soldiers, bro, like you need something else, bro. You need something else. They need more meat in that fucking game. It's just grinding. It's just grinding the same fucking shit over and over and over and over. So what? We gotta wait for the next update. Wait for the next update. Wait for the next update. I see some of you fucking lamos actually defending this fucking game. It's for $60 fucking dollars. You're defending this game. Listen, it has good potential, but it's literally No Man's Sky right now. It's literally No Man's Sky, bro. I am sorry. As much as I want to fucking play that game, I see no fucking point to keep repeating the same missions to get to 150 or level 50 or whatever the fuck. For what? Come on, man. For repetitive loot grinding? Where they don't give you nothing new? The end game is just as bland. You got a story mode about the Avengers fighting. That's fucking new. So we've never had that shit happen before. And I know what you fucking Marvel fanboys are going to be like. You're like, well, what happened in Batman games? The Joker and Batman fought. Yeah, but that was actually a story. They tried to make it riveting, and it actually collapses and goes somewhere. Arkham Asylum, if you just want to compare one for one, Arkham Asylum story is so far above fucking Avengers. It's not even funny. And Arkham Asylum sucks. It's the worst of the trilogy in terms of story. Joker turns into some big ass Goliath monster or some shit at the end of that game. To me, the emotion and shit that is in this game is so few and far between. You got Bruce who acts weird the whole entire time. Bruce he can't even emote half the time. I get it, but he's 30, bro. What? Oh my God. Hold on. You lucky my family interrupted me. I had to go out the void. Bro, you know what this game is though to me? It's a slightly deeper version of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's it. You get 3 power moves. 3 moves the whole entire game. And those 3 moves you can change up and make them have other modifiers on top of them. 3 motherfucking moves for your Hulk to do that are super. Are you crazy? The Hulk can clap. He can run and grab motherfuckers, or he can pound the ground a bunch of times, which he can already do with this heavy attack. Come on, man. Where's the variety? The game needs more. It needs more. It just needs more. The things that it seems that they worried about the most was that cosmetic shit, because they got that store right. They got how they make sure you don't get enough money so you can't get that next skin. And make sure of that. There's ways to get skins, though. Don't get it twisted. You can get things in game. And what I give this game credit for is everything's going to be free. It's updates down the road. Yes, down the road, this game is going to be great. I can promise you that if they keep it up. But I think No Man's Sky is great. Did I enjoy No Man's Sky when it first came out? I was a fucking sucker for that game. But I'm a sucker for space. But you know what? That game was so bare bone, I got off. I got off. Just like at this one. About 30 hours in, I got off, bro. I was like, this is just, what's the point? What is even the point at this point? You finish the story, finish the story. If you can get this game on sale, get this game on sale. Because eventually, like I said, down the line, you're going to have tons of content. You know, they got Hawkeye and somebody else coming out. I forgot. But she looks cool. So they got the female Hawkeye coming out, and they got some other shit coming down the line. You know what I mean? The Hive thing is only single player. The coolest thing in the fucking game is only single player. That's something I forgot about too, bro. Are you serious? This game wanted to be a Destiny type game, but there's just not enough content for it. And it just doesn't feel good when you get new loot. Because it's not really, it doesn't change your cosmetics. It just changes your powers. Add more radiation or whatever the fuck you're using. I usually use the Hulk. Hulk and Thor are like my two favorites. You know? It fucking, I have mixed feelings about this. Because I want this game to succeed. You know, I want it to do well because I want superhero games to do well. So then we'll get more superhero games in general. Because I think superhero games is a cool area that can be further explored more than movies even. Because movies only 2.5 hours. But if you get 60 hours with a villain, you might start to ride for that villain if they pull it off right. You see what I'm saying? That's what got me about the Avengers game is I prefer playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 over this game, even though this game runs better, right? Or not runs better, but plays better, plays deeper. But in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, there's so many people to play with. There's so much variety in play people. You might not have that much variety within that person, but you can do enough. You see what I'm saying? And then you got combos on top of that. Everybody can combo into each other and have all that crazy shit. You got tons right there. That's tons of gameplay. It's a much better value. Even at the start of that game. It's not the best game on the planet though. Like I said, I'm not saying that game's that much better than this game. Both of those games are about the same. I just give this game, if I had to give this game a motherfucking rating, I'm gonna give it about a 5, man. Yeah. Right now I'm gonna give it about a 5. It has a potential to be about a 7 or an 8. There's moments in that game where you're just like, man, this feels so fucking good. But I can't force myself to deal with the repetitiveness of all the aim places, all the locations that feel the exact same, all the enemies that feel the exact same. You know how many big ass spiders we done taken out? You know how many fucking aim soldiers with shields or the fucking dumbass little fucking drone things? Like, it's all the same. You know how many capture points? You got us holding fucking capture points in 2020. Holding capture points for aim. That's how they activate their shit. You got 2 aim people that go around like, yo, we gotta go hold these capture points to activate this. He's holding it to hack it. Like, what the fuck? Come on, bro. You could have thought of a better way to do it. And you know you could have. You know you could have. Crystal Dynamics is wrong for that. Because here's something else you'll know. How many times did you slide in the game and look like a Tomb Raider slide? Yeah, I think that this game in a couple years is going to be some hot fire. In a couple years, this game will be, it'll be worth it. If you stuck through it the whole way, it's going to be an insane ride for you. I promise you that. You're going to have a nutty ride if you stick with it the whole way, for sure. I'm not trying to stick with it the whole way though. I got other games to play. I can't sit here and say that Avengers is worth the purchase right now. I really can't. If you want to really see the Marvel story or whatever, then either A, go watch the YouTube videos of it. Somebody that already made a movie somewhere. Go watch that, or catch the shit on sale. Don't spend $60 to beat a game that has no difference in what it rewards you by the difficulty you beat it on the story anyway. I just played shit on normal. Everybody else is playing on brutal. For what? You don't get more experience. You don't get more loot. There's nothing behind it. It's just a bunch of extra dodging you're going to have to do. Dodge. That's all you fucking do in the game. Just dodging around. Looking like a fucking idiot. A goddamn asshat. If I had to rate my favorite characters, it's definitely the Hulk. I like playing as the Hulk. I didn't think I was going to like him. He's super fun to play with. Thor's fun to play with. All the characters are fun to play with, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why this game has so much potential. Because everything about the game is fun. It's just boring as fuck. It's just what is there? There's nothing here. This is the equivalent of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But people ain't crying about it. Everybody keeps talking about how good this story is. I'm like, what the fuck even happened? Let's talk about what happened in the story real quick. This is just a rant, bro. We're all over the place in this shit. Let's talk about what happened in the story, right? Like I said, it's fucking Avengers A-Day, right? So you got Avengers A-Day. That shit hits. They fuck up. 5 years goes by. 5 years again? Wow. 5 years goes by. And then what happens? They get the band back together. My guy. And as this happens, Tarleton is fucking, who is MODOK, is slowly growing his brain to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he becomes MODOK. Now that, to me, that was the best part of the whole entire story, was every time I saw him. 100%. That was the absolute best time. You know? It's like, there's so many things about this game that just don't make sense. And to me, the biggest thing is you spend the biggest time getting the band back together, and then the band's back together for one final mission. And then it's like that final mission is a really good, impressive final mission. You play as everybody. That final mission is what the game should have been the whole time. But instead of that, you give us like, not even origin stories. You give us a re-origin of the Avengers being reassembled again for the 55th fucking time. Like I said, man, this is just off the top. I literally just got off the stream, and I don't know, something about it was like, bro, I gotta talk about this fucking game. Because I keep going in people's streams, and people are defending this fucking game. That's killing me, bro. That's killing me, bro. If you like it, you like it, bro. If you like it, you like it. I like No Man's Sky. I like Batman v Superman. If you like shit that you know has problems, and you like shit that you know that has problems. What the fuck? But don't go around defending it like it's the greatest shit on the planet. To you, it's the greatest shit on the planet. BVS is great, a great movie to me. To me. You feel me? But you can't go around. I know that movie has problems. I'm not no fool. I just enjoy it for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. Can't help how your brain works, right? But this game here, if you fucking enjoy it, you enjoy it. But you gotta admit that this game has fucking flaws beyond all fucking flaws. It is fucking up. They are fucking up royally with this game right now. Things need to be changed now. But they can't. Because you can see what the game is. The game is out now. You can see exactly what the game is. You could kind of see what it was in the beta, but the beta was a poor idea. I have no idea why they even did the beta. They should have never even released the beta. The beta must have been a year behind. The amount of things you could not interact with in the beta was astounding. That shit must have been a year back because it was just for netcode. But it gave everybody this horrible perception of the game. They would have been much better off if they didn't release the beta. And they just let people have the perception of the game. Because the game looks good on face value when people are doing combat and shit. But I'm telling you, you get to the end game and you see what you're going up against, and it's literally the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over until the end of time. No variety. Come on, man. Come on, man. What they needed is to put more villains and shit in there. Why don't you have like a whole thing that nobody knew about? Like, we already knew that MODOK was going to be the enemy, but why don't you have like Ultron? I know Thanos is played out, but you could still have a Thanos mission or something. You could have had hella extra shit in there. It's not like the Avengers doesn't have tons of fucking history for you to fucking look back at. This game sucks. It sucks. It's fun, but it's lacking so much and everything else. It's just not worth it right now. It has that potential. I'm telling you, in a year, mark my words, in a year or two, if you have not played the Avengers game, you're going to want to play that shit. If they truly going to keep it up and move it to next gen and all that shit, if they truly going to keep up with this game in a year or two, it's going to be an absolutely amazing superhero game. It's just the sloppiest looter shooter that's been out. It is Anthem, but it's not as bad. Anthem has nothing. See, Anthem has absolutely nothing to work with. This game has a little bit of something. It has a little bit of something. Like I said, the combat and the game mechanics and everything else actually feel great. But after you've destroyed your fucking 5 millionth guy with the same fucking attacks because you have the same hand clap, the same grab attack, and the same stomp attack, and you've done it over and over and over and over and over and over, and the only thing you can do different is make a different fucking modification to it. Like, that shit just gets so repetitive, you just can't. I just can't see it anymore, right? So, that's it, yo. Your boy's done. This has just been a random fucking rant about this game. I am not writing a script about this shit. You got any fucking ideas or topics or anything in the comments about how you feel about the game, please, let's have a fucking discussion about it. I am more than willing to discuss this game into the fucking ground. I'm going to play it. I still have it. I still am going to pop it on here or there. But it's a game that I'm going to play for an hour and then turn off. It's nothing that is going to captivate me or pull me in or motivate me enough to want to go home and be like, I want to play some more Avengers, bro. I wanted to beat the story. I beat the story. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it as much as everybody else did. It's not that fucking great. And I really don't see the fucking charm behind it. But live your fucking life. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's been a real one. This is your boy Baki on Informative Materia. I'll fucking see you guys on the next random rant. Fucking next Who Did It Better. Next review, next everything, man. You know we pushing out this content. It's what we've been doing. So I'll see you guys on the flip side, all right? Peace. This game sucks. It sucks.